I just want to see something, just for funsies. 0% chance to hit me. Alright.
Please be advised, the following presentation is not intended for minors.
Look what I found. For those of you who don't know, this is the arena. I was wandering around. I was wandering around the Somniel while I was grinding in between last night's stream and now. And a random fucking cutscene showed up. You know, like when a new building in the Somniel opens up, it's like, hey, here's this thing. So yeah, I wandered around and I saw this. What this is like immediately, like it popped up, it said, welcome to the arena. Here is where you can go to gain extra experience for your characters and also improve the bonds between your characters and emblems. We've been playing this game for nearly 60 fucking hours. We have one mission left to go, and now the game tells me the most literal, most important fucking thing. I've literally been playing this game wrong, like, the entire time. This would have been nice 14 streams ago. I am fucking livid. So it's like, oh, that would explain why, like, if you need to grind, all the fights are actually on a IRL timer. Because you're supposed to fight one, come here to do, like, to finish it off and do, like, the more important stuff, and then go back, fight a thing, and that refreshes this. So yeah, that's why I've been so fucking underleveled, is because I'm supposed to come back here at the end of each fucking mission. Jesus Christ. That's also what the fucking, bond points are for. I just thought they were for the stupid ring gacha, thing, but no. They're actually meant for that. Because you use them to level up your bonds with the rings. So, what I've been doing is, I leveled up everyone who currently has, like, an emblem ring. I max them out, and then with whatever I had left, I put into points for Sigurd, because his first thing that you get with it is the ability Canter, which is the ability to move 2 extra spaces at the end of your turn. So, yeah. Like, not everyone has that. I didn't have enough, but I think a good portion of the group does. Anyway, let's finish this off. Apparently we have to go here to finish off the whole thing, so let's finish this fucking game, get it off the schedule, and clear my fucking conscience.
You mean, if we defeat Sombron, if we close the portal, we'll lose you and the other emblems?
Cool,
Yes.
you know, like the
We've
main
been
reason we've
together
been
this
fighting
whole
this
time.
entire war.
There's no need to apologize. I've asked so much of you. Too much. But when I thought about a future with you by my side, I felt truly happy.
There is
You already have
promise
a
I can
wife,
still
do you
keep.
want to, like, stand
us.
husband? Didn't even get to spend time with wife before final battle or unique
I
event.
did not expect you to survive.
Yeah, we got to propose and that's it.
We've come to stop you from destroying Elios.
It's literally all we got
I
to
am
do.
done.
Like, hopefully
going
there'll
to
be
return
stuff,
and
like,
attack
at the end of the
Elios
game
again.
other than,
We'll
here's
never
what they
believe you
did
wouldn't.
afterwards.
So
Like, it really does feel like
Am I wrong?
the whole
Invasion
romancing
is
stuff
merely a
that Fire
means
Emblem
to
has
end.
is just kind of, like, stuck
I
onto the
seek
franchise. Just because
is a
it was so
reunion.
successful with
reunion
Awakening. Also the whole this legit affects gameplay in future generations work too in other
Whoever
FEs
it
too.
was
Yeah,
must
why
have
not
been
just
mighty
double down?
indeed.
Yeah, let us power couple.
An
Yeah,
emblem should
like
mean well.
that's why
Even
it
for
worked
moments.
in Awakening
I've never
and
heard of such
still
power.
technically Fates a bit.
Now you want to
Because there was
reunion.
like actual gameplay
So,
benefits for
that
it.
emblem
Now
is
it's
gone.
just tacked on for the
Exactly.
sake of it. So this
fought
romance
alone,
thing was heartwarming
confided
too.
in
I
none,
doubt many found
preparing
it.
to
Oh,
return to my
I am
world
literally learning about it right now. Not gonna lie, like this
to be used
this
and
entire time,
discarded.
I've been thinking like Sombron's kind of a shit, boring kind
why
of
you
who
killed
cares villain.
But what
Now that
about
we
us?
have his
You
backstory,
wanted
now it's
us
just
to
kind of
die?
dumb. It's like, yeah, I came from another world that was torn by war,
can't
but
be right
I got
about
transported to this world.
You weren't
Yeah, I
left
got
behind.
isekai'd into this world
What?
and had,
A
like,
solitary
people that
warrior
actually
like
cared
that
for me
emblem
and shit.
would know how hard it is
But
to
my
be
magic
alone.
ring abandoned me,
would
so
stay
I
by your
turned
side.
evil.
I
He really
said
is kind of just a
silent.
shit
You
villain.
are
Like, even the
not for
protagonist
my
is like,
enemy.
really? That's your
I would
plan?
have died
That's
powerless.
fucking weird,
Small.
dude. After last stream, we have to bring in Pandrea. We have to.
So much for your precious emblems. In a matter of moments, the portal will be shut for good. Take comfort.
I'm gonna assume
for
there's
I
gonna
shall
be,
inflict no further harm
like
upon your
heroic
world.
fucking
Though you
bullshit
will
and they come
die
back.
here.
Our fight isn't over. The portal's open. I can do this. If I give it my all, I can summon the emblems back to me.
Yeah, here it comes.
Look at how far we've come. Will you fight him at my side? Your faith in me gives me strength.
Yes, brother. I'm with you.
My friends are my power.
Divine One, should I fall here,
Which you
know
will.
I am proud to die as your guardian knight.
Granted, I did
Divine.
get Vander to actually be, like,
This is
kind of
for Father.
decent damage-wise.
And all the soldiers who have fallen along
He
the
just
way.
can't take a hit to save his life.
Here
No, I'm
goes.
just gonna charge in. I can just go for it. I can just fucking go for it. Sure, why not? Oh yeah, we're
You
using
are
the
pathetic.
willy glands that we
As
got
if
from
spurning me
got from my
to be
mother.
a divine dragon was not enough.
Don't take that out of
Patricide.
context. Of course, Emblem of Mirage of
I
Tokyo.
said your world
Bro,
wouldn't
if they had an emblem for the protagonist for
Once I leave,
Tokyo Mirage
I
Sessions,
will forget you.
I would forgive a lot of the bullshit of this game, not gonna lie. I unironically
words, you'll
fucking
make the same
love
mistakes
Tokyo
as
Mirage
before.
Sessions. Oh, okay, the big bad evil guy can't even hit me. I'm gonna go for Nosferatu, so, like, if I get attacked back, I can just steal my health back. Or just insta-kill him. I might as well have everyone engaged. I think I over-prepared for this. It feels like... Oh, actually, what I should do... Can I... Astra Storm... This actually does more damage. I can... But it will only do 5 damage. Fuck. Alright, never mind. I'll deal with the archer over here then. Yeah, I think out of, like, all of these, like, Hortensia is probably gonna be the first to die. Yeah, Hortensia is, like, squishy as shit, and she has, like, no health. Oh, right. She can technically act as a dancer as well. They never got the chance to fucking do it because she died, like, so fucking quickly. Just, hello? Vocals? Out of fucking nowhere? Oh, that's a lot of damage. I don't like that. Oh, well, thank you, Holy Stance, though. You at least helped out a bit. I did kind of expect that to happen. Okay, Sombron's just going straight for Vander. Vander's dead? What a surprise. Oh, come on. Is there any of these? Oh, that'll work. Silver bow will work.
I'm here.
Bunch of fucking kill stealers. Alright. And now to join my wife for the final blow. Wife did good. Yeah, she didn't die, therefore she did good. Let me guess, he's gonna turn into his dragon form, then we fight him again?
Bring
Cobra
back
Dragon, that's
my
sick. Yeah.
emblem. But I summoned others.
Like, it's the only cool thing Sombron does.
Dark emblems, who once plunged their worlds into despair.
Dark emblems.
That presence. So familiar.
There we go.
These are the foes we fought in our
Really? They
original
do this for,
forms.
like, the final
Perhaps we should
thing?
match with
It's like, I
caution.
naturally assumed that was going to be, like, a major plot point, was, like, we have the 12 good rings, while the enemy has the 12, like, evil dark rings, and, well, technically, yeah, but only for this? Really? Barrier made by dark emblems that reduce damage to fell Sombron. Defeat dark emblems to weaken the barrier. Got it. Dark emblems are powerful foes, but they are susceptible to attacks from units synced or engaged with an emblem from their world. Ah, so I probably should have saved my fucking charges of that. Oops. Now it's a puzzle matching people. Yeah. So you go with a killer bow. 46% chance to crit. Come on, Alchris. Don't disappoint me. You disappoint me. I wonder if we should time it so the last barrier guy dies in one hit and everyone just pummels the Cobra. Yeah, that's my plan. I just want to see something, just for funsies. 0% chance to hit me. Alright. Well, this is what I'm doing. I'm just gonna stand here, beat the shit out of you.
Lend me your strength.
Like, even though you're powered up from this fucking shield. 'Cause you can't do shit to me. Fun fact, yesterday's map was the hardest level of the game. Oh, really? You don't say. With many people that had to rely on avoided shenanigans to choke points long enough to take down Mummy Dragon. Yeah. I feel like I kinda over-prepared for this because of how difficult that last map was. Oh, that does guaranteed damage. Okay.
Cuteness, come
Wondering if you're ignoring the arena fights like you did fishing. No, I did not ignore that. That was literally the game not telling me. The tutorial never showed up during the playthrough. I just had me wandering around the Somniel for some stuff. Took a wrong turn and then pop. Hey, here's the tutorial for the arena. It's literally the most important fucking building in the game. So, like, every time you've been saying, it's like, hey, it would be, you know, it'd be really useful right now if so-and-so character had, this skill from this ring. I was always thinking in my head, it's like, yeah, that would be good, but that requires, like, hours and hours of grinding. So that's something I can't really do, when in reality, it takes, like, a couple button presses. There's no horse manure to pick up there, then the beast doesn't... God. I hate that, but it's also kind of correct. It feels like what kind of happened.
It's a fierce battle.
Not gonna lie, I think Hortensia might survive entire fight in spite of your assumptions. Yeah, probably. Like, if I, you know, play it smartly. Which, you know, as we've learnt throughout this entire fucking playthrough, something I don't really do. And, like, personally, I really don't like Hortensia as a character. So, like, it kind of annoys me knowing that, like, in this playthrough, she's my fucking sister-in-law. It does kind of annoy me. Most lore promotions have pretty good unique passives, like Diamant's Soul, until you realize that mostly trigger out of dexterity, which is a Diamant's dex stat. That's why it never fucking procs. Okay. That makes sense. It sounds like a normal sister-in-law. Yeah. At least it's not that weird sister-in-law situation where it's like, hey, I really love my wife, but holy fuck, her sister is hot.
For Rhodia.
Hey. Exact lethal. I fucking needed that crit. Punch this dude to death. Or do some fucking Kamen Rider shit. Yeah, that works too. Who's gonna be bait for Dragon? I'm bait for the Dragon. Because he literally cannot hit me.
I fight for my friends.
She said the thing! Get it? Boss can only spin like a Beyblade. The boss can do more than that. It's just that Rosado happens to be in, like, the area, and since he can't actually do damage, the AI... Well, since he can't do damage to me, specifically, he's doing that because it actually, you know, affects the fight in some way. So yeah, once I get Rosado, like, out of the way of that, he'll be forced to attack just me, I believe. But it really is crazy the kind of buffs you can get for the protagonist. 'Cause yeah, I used every item that I found that boosts stats on him for very obvious reasons.
I've had enough.
But like, also just having Moth maxed out as well gives like just a flat, I think it's 40 avoidance, and like I think even more if you're wielding a sword. Like that's why I hate chain attacks so much, because like even though like I'm essentially a dodge tank. Chain attacks and still hit me. Stupid fucking reason. Something tells me next game you play after finishing Fire Emblem Engage will not be a tactical RPG. See, you say that, but looking at list of games that chat has voted for, the next game on the list is South Park Fractured But Whole. That's technically a tactical RPG. Well, South Park is first. I have a list I need to go down. We still, hold up. Let me see what we have until we have Sonic 06. So yeah, we have South Park Fractured But Whole, Final Fantasy Type 0, Idol Manager, Valkyria Chronicles, hey, another tactical RPG, and Sonic 06. Oh, I had an idea. What if the final attack I do is pair up, the Emblem Engage thing with my wife? It's like poetry, it rhymes. Belsombron will use Disengage on his next turn. Its devastating attack forcibly cancels the engaged states of all units. Oh shit, okay. Well, so much for that idea. Let's, oh. I'm out of fucking that anyway. Okay. Oh, even that does a stupid amount of damage. Got it.
I'll go.
I can help.
Fight alongside wife.
Loathsome.
Wife gets the final blow? Yo? Not just how I say hello once I join for the first time, see if they say I can continue with the Claude thing. Like, it doesn't bother me, that's fine. If you want to RP, you can RP. It wouldn't be the first time I've had RPs in my chat. At least you won't be,
I will never return home.
At least you won't be, the couple that RP'd as both Sora and Riku as a gay couple in my chat. That was a very, weird time to stream Kingdom Hearts 2, let me tell you. He's shitting on Kairi together, weren't they?
You chose to
Honestly,
be alone.
I don't remember.
Yet-
That was,
Why?
fuck, nearly 5 years ago at this point.
Perhaps I wanted someone to appreciate how far I had come, all on my own.
Really?
Someone to see me, who I am. After millennia of being cast away.
I could have been that person. Or Vale. Or our siblings. Why didn't you let
You
us?
literally
Why
had
choose to
a
start
woman
these wars?
as part of your subordinates who wanted your
I
child.
need no connections. Not in your world.
Oh my god.
Even at the end,
Sombron,
you don't want
you're
to
a
be a
shit
father to
villain.
us.
I'm sorry. And he's dead. We beat the bad guy. Yay! Real bad
The
guys
war
are the
ends,
ones we
and balance
made along the
returns
way.
to the world.
We did
Deco,
it.
shut the fuck up. This is why we don't get to
your
use
mothers.
engage rings in
We will not
other
be here to help you
franchises.
anymore.
Yeah.
Others.
Honestly, good.
As the divine dragon.
I'm just gonna
and
say it
as
flat
an
out.
emblem.
I fucking
will.
hate the engage system. It felt really unnecessary.
Please.
It's like, yeah, there were a
It's
couple of
okay.
maps, but like,
Here come the
even
tears.
with how handicapped I was,
I wish we
outside
didn't
of
have to
2
lose you.
maps,
We
I
were
pretty
just
much
getting to
fucking
know you,
swept the
and now-
entire game.
Goodbye forever.
Like, the emblem mechanic is only really good for,
Please
you know,
do
like the
not cry.
hardcore players that play,
This
like,
world's burdens are
hardest
yours to
difficulty
shoulder.
fucking permadeath shit.
I'd
So
like
like
for
in
us
the
to
end,
part with
outside of,
smiles
you
on
know,
our
like
faces.
a cool thing
That's
for
how I
those
want us to
people
remember each
to
other.
mess around with,
Enjoy,
it's just
not
nostalgia
sorrow.
pandering. Dad was basically, this place is arse, I want to go home, fuck people here. Now I wonder when he considered babies with Zephyr
It
as
seems
after
this is
the war.
goodbye.
Yeah, only
But
after
we'll never
war.
bid farewell to what we
Was he
learned
considered
together.
taking her to the world, taking her to his world and doing proper family? I don't know. Maybe. But if so,
I'll miss you.
that
But I know you'll
doesn't
choose the
make
right
sense
path
because he'd
to
still
walk.
be like, yeah, like the whole time he's still like, yeah, I fucking hate people here. She's still just a
We'll
pawn.
always be
Why would I
together in
need
spirit.
more children? It really felt like he was like, oh yeah, I'll totally have
worry.
a kid with you.
I can see that your
Just
will be
after the
filled with
war,
hope
okay?
and
Yeah, no cap, no
happiness.
cap. Well, the whole time he's got his fingers crossed behind his back, but it'll be back at home.
I know you
It
will.
will be back at home, but like, yeah, it feels like, given like his
I will
motivation.
be praying for you.
he wouldn't
Praying
he
that
wouldn't
your world
bother
is
with
filled
anyone
with kindness
from
and
this
laughter.
world. He'd start again from his own world and find someone he'd like.
May the
Yeah, if
blessings
anything,
of
such a
Mother
shame we
Earth
didn't get
and
villains
Father
from
Sky
the
follow.
Heroes game as a full counterpart. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying during the boss fight. It's like we technically
glad to have
did
known you.
kinda, but they were
I
just
hope you make
shades.
an Arcadia of this land.
And they weren't even given their proper names, they were just given, like, their titles. Like, the Dark Bishop. Bye, Yuri Lowenthal. I'll see you again
Goodbye,
next time I
Emblems.
play Persona 3. Corrupted Mom felt
Let's
like a
go
much
back
harder
home,
fight
everyone.
than Seth Rakdragon. Oh,
Back
yeah.
to Elliot.
Like, yeah, I said throughout the whole fight, I over-prepared. We did it! Woo! Here are the MVPs of each thing. Hey, remember when Vander used to be good? Oh, hey, look, the paralog that would give me a massive fucking headache. Fuck Anna, man. God. Actually, no, she's a child. Don't fuck Anna. No, don't. Yeah, it was chapter 10 that was like the first roadblock, wasn't it? Because chapter 10 moved into chapter 11 and we couldn't do anything in between, yeah. God, having everything like this feels really weird because like all of these is like, oh, it only took you like 25 minutes each thing. It's like, okay, how come this whole playthrough took nearly 60 hours? I love how like at the end it's just me and whatever ring I just happen to be like linked up with. Because like at the halfway point you just become an absolute fucking powerhouse. Your wife one-shots dad, yeah. Ruins my plan, steals my kill, but it was worth it. We married her for a reason. Oh my god, it just keeps going. Oh, don't show, like, in the sprite work, the armor actually looks kind of sick, right? It's like going with like a limited color palette. It's like, oh yeah, I could see that being like an actual proper gold. And not a fucking disgusting green shade. Final Guardian, 1 hour, 12 minutes. That's a lie. That was 3 hours, thank you very much. There's a cutscene of me hanging out with my wife. Oh, there it is. Elier became the new Divine Dragon Monarch. His bonds with the rulers of each nation resulted in a lasting peace. Ivy took the throne as queen and worked with the Divine Dragon Monarch to restore Elusia. She showed her devotion and faith and I couldn't read the rest. Fuck. After the Divine Dragon Monarch took the throne, Vander ceded his role as steward, choosing to live as a knight on the Somniel. The new monarch and his friends visited Vander often. He always met the group with a smile, as he took great joy in remembering their journey. Clan succeeded Vander and, as a steward. As he grew older, his level-headed demeanor was likened to Vander's own. He so revered the Divine Dragon Monarch that when it was his time to select the 34th generation of stewards, tested, alright, didn't get to read the rest, crap. Fram served as a steward, maturing into a protective force, every bit as calm and attentive as Vander. Her zeal for the Divine Dragon Monarch never waned. When it came time to choose the next steward, she held cheering contests for all the candidates. As King of Firene, Alfred forged a new non-aggression pact with Lethos and the other countries, ensuring a long period of peace. Records reveal Alfred's reign was brief, as he died an early death. Oh, Jesus, Alfred! Besides serving Firene with their own strength, Etier bulked up its soldiers with a regimen of weight training and muscle stimulants. Some said this was at odds with the nation's pacifist ethos, but it was celebrated in our hometown with this day orange flower something something something. Boucheron worked for many years to restore Firene. Upon seeing Floraport fully restored, he cried tears of joy. He travelled so often between the castle and Flora that, in honour of his kindness and dedication, the road connecting them was called Boucheron's Passage. Salines dedicated her life to peace in the kingdom of Firene. This sometimes meant taking the unpopular position of punishing those who disturb order. Her favourite tea became known as the Tea of Blessings in Firene. Legend had it that those who drank the tea would find joy. Louis retired as a knight and became a butler to the royal family. The black tea he brewed and his attentive care aided in running the government. His interest in people watching was a lifelong love, however, I didn't get to read the rest. Chloe comforted the royal family and her fellow soldiers with deliveries of folk food. Soon, Firene's local delicacies started including more unusual flavors. Years later, she met someone at a food stall. They had a fairy tale whirlwind romance. Aww. As the new king of Brodia, Diamond ordered a halt to all invasions and worked to reform his people's attitudes on Elusia. Some nobles resisted Diamond at first, but his vision for the future earned their favor. By exporting ore, Brodia was able to shift to a booming trade-based economy. Amber was overjoyed to see Diamond sit in Brodia's throne. He patrolled the kingdom to quell post-war chaos, and misadventures followed him with every step. In time, he became one of the very legends he had so admired. Portraits always placed him near an alpaca, because he's an alpaca farmer. Jade celebrated Diamond's rise in the Brodian throne with pride and further dedicated herself to Brodia as a Knight of the King. She always found time to write despite her busy schedule and managed to complete over 100 human novels in her past lifetime. God damn it. Let me read. Alcris took on all clerical duties at Brodia Castle and provided aid to Elusia's recovery effort. The two nations grew to trust each other, expanding mutual trade. He was praised as brilliant yet humble strategist who kept his brother, New King, safe. Lapis traveled to war-torn towns and taught citizens how to repair their homes. At every stop, she left large, delicious potatoes from the farm in her home village. Popularity of these taters brought her village wealth and prosperity and earned Lapis a new title, the Potato Goddess. God. Citrine redoubled her efforts to sway Brodian nobles away from warfare by advocating for peace. Some were unmoved, but many took her word to heart. Despite the great weight on her shoulders, her graceful smile was ever present, especially at the balls and galas she so loved. After completing his work as Princess Ivy's retainer, Zelkov's new pursuit was to create a shelter for the children in Elusia who were orphaned by the war. He and his new family were very happy. It is said that the children all learned to speak in a quite profound and meaningful way. God, of course they learned how to speak from him. Gross. Kagetsu disappeared after Ivy's coronation. Some said he was off searching for a worthy opponent. In fact, he had gone home to ask his family's permission to live in Elusia and serve the queen. Working under Ivy, he still made visits to Pale Sands, returning each time with a gift of rice. After her sister's coronation, Hortensia returned to Elusia's academy and soon graduated at the top of her class, with 300 confirmed kills. Her natural charm was later key in negotiations with Brodia. She and Ivy were all remembered for the contributions they made to their country's prosperity. Rosado was dubbed a knight for his service. He traveled the land seeking to destroy the corrupted for good, resuming his studies only when that task was done. Later in life he earned further fame as an artist. A portrait of the royal family at their cutest still hangs in Elusia Castle. Though she was dubbed a knight for her service, Golden Mary soon discovered that her true gift was teaching. Oh, she became a teacher. She became a top instructor in Elusia's academy. So many of her students went on to do great things that she felt a need to apologize to her classes for the pressure placed on them. Tamara traveled far and wide after the war. Still, she never forgot her duties as queen, returning to the palace often to greet guests with a smile. People Tamara met during her travels cared very much for her, and she became the most beloved queen in Solm's history. Marin traveled with Tamara, gathering materials for her book on rare creatures. Though it had few readers upon publication, the work came to be treasured for its insights on dragons. In her later years, Marin went back home and took her place as matriarch, uniting her village. Panette served Tamara as her knight and ensured her safety through devious ploys. In time, she could also subdue an enemy with a single blow. Though she searched for her missing parents, she never found them. Still, she quietly rebuilt her family's church. Legato traveled aimlessly until Tamara's coronation and then returned to the palace to serve behind the scenes as her advisor. Though few reliable accounts of his life were left in the history books, it said he met someone during his travels and they spent the rest of their lives together. Vendreo founded a popular new religion, worshipping all dragons. He planned a huge raucous party in Lythos, but when Vander balked, he made it slightly tamer. His cheerful howl later became known as the special prayer of the Divine Dragon. Bunt rebuilt his parents' bistro. They became wildly popular for serving dishes beloved by Solm royalty as well as Allier. He left to tour the world and taste food, putting all he learned into a book that became a Bible for chefs. Even after his death, died. Anna finally reunited with her family. She had many sisters, all the same name and face, but only she had ever traveled with the Divine Dragon Monarch. With the Emblem's success in the war, rings came strongly into fashion. Made all the profit, she never wanted off the trend. Sean became a great doctor, and after taking over his father's clinic, he visited Lythos once a month to make housecloths. Passionate about researching new medicines, Sean found his village's famous tea leaves could be developed into a panacea. I never fucking pronounce it correctly. After the war, Yunaka became a street performer. She put on a captivating act for a few years, then vanished without a trace. Did she perish? Start a new life? Far away? Truth is unknown. Some say Divine Dragon Monarchs used to... God, let me read. It's too quick. Seidel became famous around the world over for his dancing and fortune-telling. In later years, he was a traveling performer, telling of his time with Aliyah. According to the fortune he read for himself, he fated to meet good people. After the war, Lyndon returned home to a leisurely retirement. He passed on a peaceful spring morning, returning to the side of his beloved wife in the hereafter. There we go. His friends and allies, whose memory lives on whenever they taste the pastry or hear the sound of the blah blah something sky. Sophia returned to Brodia Castle, took up a position in King Diamon's personal guard. Later in life, she retired to her village and started a seafood restaurant. Though small, the place attracted customers from far and wide. Menu featured a dish, something about King Morion. Vale took over Gradlon and made it into a lush green land. She resisted the crown for over a century, then at last gave in to her people's wish. Became the first monarch of Gradlon. By then, many of her old friends had died. Oof! Mauvier strove to atone by aiding others. His good deeds continued into late life when he went out and was never heard from again. Some say he was in an accident. Others that a victim of the Four Hounds took revenge. The only certainty is that something about Vale. Jesus Christ. I got no time. Like, hey, it would be really good if I could just stop and read and then go on to the next one. Please, that would be great. But, I was not expecting fucking Alfred's whole thing to be like, yeah, he died very shortly after, everything happened. So much for Mr. Fitness. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Anyway, hey, finally, we're fucking done with Fire Emblem Engage. Holy shit. Can I skip this? Thank you. Because I know for a fact that is going to be struck on fucking YouTube. Jesus Christ. We don't talk about Alfred. Oh, God. Oh, God. But yeah, so that's Fire Emblem Engage. You completely fucked up my whole week. But yeah, how long was that? That was like 60 hours. There's more? What else? Please tell me there's like a cutscene with me and wife.
Shine on! Emblem of Beginnings!
You have to say it so dramatically.
Worth a try. I wonder if we'll ever meet again.
Behind you.
Aha! I knew we'd find you
Never
in
mind,
here.
but hey, that still worked.
We must have looked everywhere.
Alright, so this is before Alfred died.
Everyone. Yeah, I guess I should, huh? Huh?
Well, hurry up! Come on!
I thought that was
Okay.
Ivy for a second.
I'm coming!
It's like, oh, is there actually a unique part of the cutscene depending on who you marry? It's like, no. I really don't know what to feel about Engage, to be honest, as a whole. Because, I, for a good chunk of it, I didn't know, one of the main fucking, mechanics. One of the main mechanics to, have everything, flow properly. So, difficulty just kind of fluctuated wildly and just weird. So, yeah. So, what I'm going to do, immediately after the stream, I'm buying the DLC, starting again. Starting again with all my knowledge, and once I finish it after that, then I'll actually talk about, what I feel about it. From this first playthrough and, just first experiences of all that, it's alright. It's kind of meh as I felt about, Three Houses. At least that gave you, a whole bunch of, different ways to play it. It had, 4 different, storylines, multiple different endings, a whole bunch of different cool shit. Nothing can ever get to, the explosive success that was Awakening. And, less said about Fates, the better. But, in the end, Engage, when I first started the playthrough, it did feel good that it felt more, gameplay-wise, it felt more traditional Fire Emblem, while keeping, a lot of the cool things and, quality of life stuff from, the newer Fire Emblem. But then, as things progressed, it's oh, this is just anime bullshit. People definitely gonna call it anime of FE. Oh, yeah. It's like exactly, yeah. it's just what I said. It's like, it's too anime. It's too, like, over the top. And yeah, I've said this from the beginning. Like, even, like, back when it was, like, not even first revealed, but, like, first leaked. Which was, like, I think a year before the game was even announced. Like, when we first saw bits of, you know, Marth and shit, alongside everyone else, it's like, oh, this is gonna be a nostalgia pandery game, isn't it? And yeah, it was. It sure fucking was.